What is up you guys, it's your boy Casey Gardner coming at you with another vlog and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you guys can see in the title of this video, I will be sharing my top 5 Philippine destinations that I have been to and will definitely visit again in the future for various reasons. And I know you guys should visit as well. And for those of you who are planning to visit the Philippines in the future, this will also be my recommended places in this country. So if you guys are interested to know more about these destinations, then please keep on watching. If you are already subscribed to my channel, welcome back, and if you are new, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and click the notification bell beside it to get notified whenever I post a new video. And without further ado, let's get to this video. For my 5th destination, it would definitely be Cebu. Cebu is also known as the Queen City of the South and is also the country's oldest city. Cebu is just one flight away from Manila, which usually takes an hour and a half. But take note, Cebu's main airport is also an international airport, so you can fly it straight to Cebu. Oh, and fun fact, Mactan Cebu International Airport also won a World Architecture Award. I mean, look at that. This city is also well known for its grandest festival, also known as the Sinulog Festival, which is usually held in January. I personally went to Cebu twice already, once when I was 12 years old and once last year. Although we only stayed for 4 short days, the best length of stay in Cebu will be 1 or even 2 weeks. That's if you really wanted to experience what Cebu has to offer. That's according to my good Cebuano friend, Jude Semafranca. The reason why Cebu is on my list is that I think it has everything in one island. From the city life, to the mountain views, to canyoneering at Kawasan Falls, and even the very famous whale watching in Oslo. Some of the things that I did and I personally recommend you guys to do as well will be the Crown Regency's kayak experience. Don't forget to ride the Edge Coaster. Visit the Philippines' biggest oceanarium, the Cebu Ocean Park. Learn about Cebu's rich history by visiting Fort San Pedro and ang Cruz ni Magellan or Magellan's Cross. Take a picture at the beautiful Sirao Garden and drop by the breathtaking Temple of Leia. You might even want to go French by dining at La Vie in the Sky or just enjoy the stunning view at the top of Cebu while enjoying your dinner. I had only visited a tiny part of Cebu and I can't wait to go back and go all in the Queen City of the South. My top 4 recommended destination in the Philippines will be Daet in Camarines, Norte. Daet is approximately 350 kilometers away from Manila and it would usually take around 7 to 9 hours of travel via bus, depending if you choose the day or night trip. Though I might be biased in recommending this place because this is where my relatives live, but if you're seeking for the province life and long to surf but don't want to visit the overcrowded beaches, then Daet is definitely the place for you. Now, speaking of beaches, the main reason why Daet is on my list is because of Bagasbas Beach. Bagasbas isn't really the typical white sand beach and the bluest waters like you see in magazines and TV ads. But still, people go here to test their surfing skills. What I love about Bagasbas is when it is low tide, you could fully appreciate the very long Bagasbas Beach in its most pure and quiet form. It seems like it's a different beach all over again. Fun fact, this beach is situated along the longest boulevard in the Philippines, the 8.7-kilometer long Cory Aquino Boulevard. Aside from the fact that the transportation in the local is relatively cheap, Daet also offers unique accommodation and food. I suggest you guys to check out Bagasbas Lighthouse Hotel and Resort as well as Aurora's Cuisine. If you wanted to know more about Daet, I would link my Daet vlog in the description box down below. Speaking of stunning white sand beach and the bluest waters, come my top 3 recommended destination. Boracay Island. Boracay is famous worldwide for its stunning white sand and crystal clear water. Unfortunately, on the 26th of April 2018, the President ordered Boracay's temporary closure after recognizing the piling, development, and pollution threatening its shores. As a matter of fact, on 28th of April 2018, my friends and I were supposed to fly to Boracay to celebrate the used to be annually held Lay Boracay every 1st of May. So that was a bummer. But it's kind of a blessing in disguise, so we don't get to experience the very polluted Boracay shores. Luckily, 6 months later, on the 26th of October, the grand reopening of the island, my family and I took a 1-hour flight from Manila to Aklan, rode a tricycle from the airport to the jetty port, took a boat to the island, and rode a multicab to the hotel. Honestly, when we went there, the road isn't really finished yet. Therefore, the the ride to the hotel was very dusty, which then led to me being sick 2 out of the 4 days of our stay. But my sickness didn't hamper me from enjoying the very beautiful island. When I went to Boracay, it isn't the usual Boracay that we all know, wherein there are a lot of water sports activities and parties along the beach. But instead, the lack of it made me appreciate the island even more. I mean, I walked on the whitest sand that I have ever stepped on, and I even swam in the bluest waters I have ever seen. For me, Boracay can still be one of the world's best islands, even without these activities that can potentially harm the shore. But overall, the best thing that I can tell to all the travelers out there is to leave nothing but footprints, take nothing but pictures, and kill nothing but time. I will always be an advocate for responsible traveling, so please take care of the environment. Speaking of untouched environment, one of the most serene destinations that I have been to, and the place that I will always call my constant, will be the top 2 on my list: Sagada. Sagada isn't really the most accessible destination since it is located at one of the highest peaks of the mountain province. Via Coda Lines in Quezon City, the travel usually takes around 10 hours one way. But if you book the deluxe bus with a rather comfortable seat and a toilet, the overnight bus wouldn't really be a burden. That's if you're comfortable traveling as a backpacker. Sagada is just a tiny municipality, so allotting around 2 or 3 full days will be enough. But since I mentioned that Sagada isn't really that easy to access, and since the travel here back and forth can last up to a day, travelers usually go here during the weekend, which makes it very crowded sometimes. So if you're planning to visit, the best time to go here will be during the weekdays. In the Philippines, Sagada is well known as the place where broken hearts go, mainly because the Filipino blockbuster movie Dating Called Tadhana was shot in this place. So what makes Sagada second on my list? Although this place is tiny, they offer a wide array of delicious food to choose from. Make sure to visit Sagada Brew. That will always be my favorite breakfast place. Oh, and they serve black rice too. But if you wanted to know more about what to eat and where to stay in Sagada, then I will be linking some of my Sagada vlogs in the description box down below. So go check that out. Aside from the delicious food and the aromatic brewed coffee that you sip during the cold season, Sagada also offers the best experience for adventurers. First on the list is the Echo Valley Tour, wherein you will see the hanging coffins at the end of the 30-minute trek. However, unlike the movies, please avoid shouting here, especially since this is a very sacred place. Next will be the Marlboro Hills, wherein you need to wake up at 4 in the morning to be able to catch the stunning sunrise and the very famous Sea of Clouds. Now, for the adventure seekers, if you have all the energy in the world, make sure to visit Bumodok Falls. This trek will be quite challenging, but taking a swim in the coldest waters of this falls at the end of the trek downhill will be very worth it. But please, remember to spare some energy for the trek back up. Finally, if you aren't claustrophobic and scared of the dark, I definitely recommend spelunking or caving. Now, there are 2 options for this. The lighter one, which is the Sumaging Cave, and the other one for the survival of the fittest, the Lumyang Sumaging Cave connection. I'm not exaggerating this, but if you aren't really that fit, I don't want to spoil because I want you guys to experience it, but there's a part that you need to really pull yourself up and pray not to fall because you might literally die. So if you have a few days to spare, definitely visit Sagada. And finally, at the very top of my recommended destination in the Philippines is the majestic Banaue. This is where you will find the very famous Banaue rice terraces that were carved into the mountains of Banaue, Ifugao. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is occasionally called the 8th wonder of the world. Now, to go here, the route will be relatively the same as Sagada, but instead of making the whole trip, after around 8 hours, you need to drop off at the Banaue bus stop. So, pro tip, if you wanted to kill 2 birds in one stone, allot a week for both Banaue and Sagada. You might want to visit Banaue first, then after 2 days, go to Sagada. Either take the jeepney, ride the bus, or what I recommend is renting a private van for you to be able to stop by some sceneries along the way. I think what paved Banaue's way to the top of this list is this unique but cheap accommodation perched in the mountains of Banaue, the Hiwang Native Village Inn. Here you get to experience how the indigenous people lived back in the day by staying at this small wooden house on stilts. You might also find yourself lost because of the dense fog, but right when it clears up, the view from right outside your room is definitely priceless. What also made this place extra special is the bonfire night. Now I know, in the Philippines, bonfire, but trust me, with the frigid weather here, you might want to immerse yourself in a source of heat. Oh, and don't forget your marshmallows. For me, Banaue is the perfect place to unwind, relax, listen to the birds, and just have your morning coffee while watching the world go by with one of the world's best views. But if you're feeling extra adventurous, you might want to do the Batan trek, but this isn't for the faint-hearted because of its very demanding and steep trek. You might want to check out my Banaue and Batan vlog. I will also put the link in the description down below. Fun fact, aside from its dramatic landscape cascading over an amphitheater-like hillside, if you know the Marvel movie Avengers Infinity Wars, you might recognize this place since this is where Thanos was seen sitting on a small hut gazing at a rice field. Now, as a prize for Banaue being on top of my list, I will give you guys a quick montage. So thank you guys so much for watching this vlog, and as always, if you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, share this video with your friends, put your thoughts in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe. So if you guys have any suggestions, and if you guys have your own top 5 Philippine destination, please don't hesitate to comment it down below. So as always, this is Casey Gardner, where your world meets mine, coming up. Bye!